just when them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation, don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Lost my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you get a look inside Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Minnesota Vikings. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Get behind. Ready. Check. Watch 54. All right, T, let's go.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 28-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Stop your whining. Leave 48. Mike 54. Hey, Mike 7. Mike 54. Mike 54. I got you.
Cousins gives way to Cook. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. 3rd and short yardage, Cousins. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Patriots take over.
At their own 20-yard line.
So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at the 20.
Check. 40's Mike. 40's the Mike. Here we go. Why? Get wide. Watch safety creep.
Here's Brady to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Strong right. Check it. Hey. Bravo. 3 down, 3 down. 40's the mic.
To throw again, Brady. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Let's make these babies cry. Let's go on. No, 66. Hey, team 6. Team 6. Mike's 40. Mike's 40. You ain't going nowhere.
Shotgun now for Brady. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way down to the 29. Brady and Edelman hook up for a big one. 47 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, Alabama, Alabama. Hey, Delta. Mike. 40's the mic. Hey, 66.
Brady to throw again. Forced out to his left. Caught by Sanu. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Check. Kill. Rip.
They'll run it here. This is James White. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Switch the mic right here. We go Mike 40, Mike 40. Oh, you got D? Check 3. Check, let's go! Shadow!
On 3rd down, a run from White. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll run for it. This is White. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for. They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. 3 yards there. Good enough to keep the drive moving.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the carry, it's Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On 2nd down, it's Cook. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Draw play, Cousins to Cook. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On on 2nd and 9. Cousins. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Brady again here on 2nd and 10. Slant route caught by Edelman. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here we go with Michel. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 1st down, here's White. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Tackle made by Everson Griffin. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Now he'll throw with Brady. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Brady now on 1st down. And he rifles one incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Coming to you. Hey, 40's Mike right there. 40's Mike. Yeah, that's right. Hey.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And able to find Dorsett. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Smooth.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England first down. Brady, 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
Check me too.
1st and 10.
Go.
37-yard line.
From the gun, it's Brady. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time, but it'll be 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Single. 84. Who's got 84? Check 84. Go Bandit. Let's go. Hey, Zoo.
Throwing again. Brady. Trying for Edelman again. This time he's got it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Tight right. No. 3 down. Go Bandit. Tighten up. 53 Linda. Hey, exit. Mike's 40. Defense wins championship. Alert. Check. 40's Mike. 40's the Mike. 40's the Peckett.
Brady now on 1st down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris.
Good stuff. Keep doing that.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. No. Guaranteed.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. 0-0 is our score. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the third quarter.
I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it in a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
Hey, check it. Hey, Foxtrot. Easy.
Throwing on 2nd down. Brady. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense. Is it through a big chunk play that they haven't seen before? Or is it just running your regular offense and running it better, trying to create an opportunity?
We'll see which avenue they choose to go down. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
The safety, Patrick Chung, is the one who makes the stop. On 2nd and 9, Cousins steps away to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. Short throw, pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off at his own 46. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Come on. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, Alpha.
They'll try to get this offense going with Michelle.
Hey, buddy.
Anthony Harris on the tackle.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
They'll run with Michelle. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Shadow. Regular. 72.
Now Brady. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after. That forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Cousins. Being chased out left. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Throwing, Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Cousins now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. So after the INT, it's Brady. And a big loss here as he's taken down. There for the sack, Everson Griffin.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Let's go, D.
Now Brady. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Harrison Smith. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really good pickup of 28 yards. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They run it again with Cook. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He lost 6 there on the first down play. They go play action. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the fourth quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. Cousins from the gun on third. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jamie Collins with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. Cousins to throw for it on fourth. Third and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
Check 15, check 15. 72.
Brady. He's got a man complete. It's Julian Edelman. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6.
Check. 40 alpha. 40's a month. Hey, high 7. Check it. Reload.
Brady going to look to throw. And that's caught. It's Edelman again. Stopped short of the 25. The nice move couldn't ultimately free him.
Wait, 20. Check it. 40's the mark. Squeeze. Hey, watch the slant. Hey, Alabama.
Back to throw, Brady. And that is incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
You got tight right there. Easy. Mike's 40. Here we go, D. All day.
They're running it. It's Michelle. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer third, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory instead of going where the play was actually blocked. In any case, it didn't work here.
They start the drive with Cook. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Here's Cousins. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Devin McCourty picks it off. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out here.
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
Let's go. No, 66. 40's the month.
Brady going to throw here. And the pressure gets to him again. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Hey, 66.
Now Brady. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. But the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense obviously stuff to work on, but they did enough, and the defense carried the load.
But you know what they say? It's always fun to work on things if it didn't go well in your game with a victory in your pocket. And that's what they've got going forward.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Patriots winners here at home as we say so long from Foxborough.